Google form that we can use to quiz our students. You'll start off here in your Google Drive and go to the plus button on the left and select New Google Form. If you don't see it right away, you'll go down to the More, and you'll notice here it is the first one in that menu. Today I'm going to use an example of a 13 colonies quiz. So we're first going to give it a title. You also want to make sure to go to the upper left-hand corner. If you click it once, it will automatically name this file the name of whatever you put here on the title. That's probably what you want to keep it, but you're certainly welcome to change it. Now we're going to start adding questions. Google Forms automatically puts the first question there, but I want to point out a few features that are really nice about Google Forms for quizzes. Over here, you have a drop-down menu that will ask you what type of question you'd like to ask. Although multiple choice questions are not my favorite as an educator always, I will say, especially for distance learning, makes it nice on a Google form because it can grade it for you. There's some really fun ones you can look into, like multiple choice grids. I'm going to start with just a multiple choice to show you how that works. And we're going to ask the question. Now that I've written my question, I can click on option 1 and start giving my options. So I'll make up some choices, making sure, of course, to include the correct answer in my options. You have an option of adding other in case a student on a question maybe not like this wants to put in their own answer. If you do put an option as an answer that you don't like, you can come over here to the X and get rid of it. To add a question, you're going to come up here to the plus sign. Again, it will automatically by default make it multiple choice. I want to do check boxes. They can then check more than one answer. So my question is, I want to add an image to this question to help my students. So when I hover above or next to the question rather, I see this image icon to import a photo. From here you can do a Google image search or take something with your camera, but I've actually already taken a screenshot from the video. So there it is. I love it because it's very colorful. I'm going to open that and put that right with the question to help the students out. Now, because this is not multiple choice, I can put any states that I want. Okay, so now I've given all the options that I want to provide. And what's really important now is that one of the most important parts that I actually forgot to show you in the first question, so I'll show it to you now and then go back, is to allow for an answer key. Now, this was not coming up at first for me, and so let me show you how I fix that. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see settings. The real important part is here under quizzes. If this is not selected, the form will certainly collect your data, but it will not allow you to do an answer key. So make sure that that quiz is on. I also like to release the grade right after the kids submit. And then down here, I want my respondents to see the missed questions. I want them to know right away what they got wrong. But I might not want them to see the correct answers, especially if I'm willing to let them redo the quiz. I also want them to see all the point values. So make sure that is on and that you save it. Otherwise, it will not allow you to do what I'm going to show you right now. Down here, it says answer key. I'm going to press that, and I'm going to first say how many points this is worth. Since there's 4 answers, let's just say I'm going to make it worth 4 points. And now I go down and I select the 4 answers. Let me go back to number 1 because I forgot to show you the answer key. I'm just going to click on the question, so now it's editable. And I'm going to go to my answer key. And there were 13 stars on the flag. So I'm going to go ahead and press that and press done. Oh, and you know what? It's worth 0 points. I forgot to add those point options. So make this one worth 1 point. At this point, when you want to share this, you can go up to the send button. You can email this to colleagues to share. You can get a link that then you can put into your Google Classroom. You can make a copy right here and then put it into your Google Classroom. Another option is straight from Google Classroom, you can create a quiz assignment. And in that quiz assignment, it will automatically create this blank quiz for you. Once you give it your title, your description, decide how many points it's worth, when it's due, all that good stuff, you just click on the word blank quiz and do exactly what I just did for you the last time. So let's say this again is about the 13 American colonies, and you'd create your quiz from here. That way, when you're done, since it automatically saves, when you go back to your class quiz assignment, when you're done here, it'll be there for you, ready to go. The last thing I want to show you is, here's that first quiz we were doing together. I always like to preview it up here in the right-hand corner as if I was a student. So this is what it will look like when they click on it. And you can actually take the quiz. So I'm going to make some mistakes here and submit it. And since I chose that people can view their score and get responses right away, I can click view score. And right now, oh man, I got the first one wrong. Notice I didn't say the right answer because I like to have my students try again. Certainly you can give them the right answer if that's what works for you. I hope that's really useful for you guys. In the comments below, feel free to tell me how you use Google Forms in your classroom and any kind of troubleshooting you can offer to those of us watching. Thanks so much.